Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel and thanks for your patience while we got the new mic sorted. It's all singing, all dancing. It's a Zoom H6. That doesn't mean much to me, but it's got so many dials on it that I couldn't start using it yesterday. Let's not kid ourselves on. Alan couldn't start using it yesterday until he'd read the instructions. So we're now using it. You can let me know if you hear any difference in the sound. All I can say is it's got so many buttons and so many dials on it, but it certainly looks a business. So thanks for your patience while we sorted that out. Right, today is a homemade scrub. So I've decided to do a really easy homemade sugar scrub. And the reason is that quite a lot of us are looking towards creating our own products. There's absolutely nothing wrong with what's on the market, but sometimes people would like to know exactly what's in a product and they want to keep it to as many controlled ingredients, and by that what I mean is they want to recognise ingredients. If they make it themselves, they want to know what went into it. So if it's simple to do, then making your own products can be really straightforward. And one of the easiest products to get started with is a sugar scrub, because all you're using is some olive oil, some granulated sugar, which you can see there, and you're literally mixing the two together. And then that'll do you a nice gentle scrub. If you wanted a more robust scrub, then you just use a different type of sugar. You'll get more, if you like crunchier sugars like Demerara, you get ones that are actually more chunky and crunchy, but then obviously the finer the sugar, the finer the grain. You could use salt, but my preference is sugar because salt is very effective, but if you've got a cut or a graze or a nick, it stings like crazy. So at least with sugar, you know that if you do have any cuts, it's not going to sting. And again, I'm using olive oil today, but it could be the oil of your choosing. You just have to make sure that you're not allergic. So especially if you had a nut allergy, you'd have to be careful. As always, even when you're making it yourself, it's a good idea to do a patch test. Then all we've got is some water and a flannel just to remove it. But it is really that simple. So I've got some sugar in here. I reckon maybe about 2 teaspoons because we're only doing a small amount. But in theory, you can use this all over the body. I'm not going to use too much just now. So I reckon maybe a generous tablespoon of oil. And then we're just going to use it. Just going to use my fingers just to mix it. Now, you could use a spatula, you could use a spoon. If you're using it on yourself, why not just use your fingers? This is just a little demo. If you're into your essential oils and you know what you're doing, then by all means, you can pop a few essential oils into it. But again, just be careful. You need to make sure that you know what you're doing with them and why you're using them. But something very fresh like a lemon or a lavender would work well. Grapefruit's always lovely, but then you can get more experimental and you can move into blends. But don't do it if you don't know why you're doing it or you don't know the mix and you don't know the effects, because you can start blending and have contra actions that you didn't realise because you didn't know what you were doing. But look, I'll show you a little bit of myself. I have my flannel to hand. So it's got a lovely grittiness to it, which is what I'm looking for in a scrub. And if you're thinking about it, with a scrub, what you're going to find, I'll just move this out of the way, when you buy a shop scrub, you can be paying, I've paid £20 or more for a scrub that has essentially been sugar and oil and the relevant essential oils mixed in it. And I think I was paying for, obviously, a beautiful blend, a gorgeous product. But let's not kid ourselves, I was always so paying for the packaging, the advertising, etc. So if I know that I want to do it myself, maybe you're on a budget, maybe you just want to get into creating your own products, that is how easy that is. That's it. And can you see I've started to get a bit of erythema there because I've been scrubbing while we're talking. So that is how simple it is. And what's also quite useful is you're doing it on the whole body. You can spend a little bit extra time working on those dry areas. So knees, ankles, elbows, knuckles. If you've got any particular dry bits, you can just spend quite a while working on them and really work it in. And then what I really love about this style of scrub is that when you use water, the water actually dissolves the sugar. So you don't have a situation where you've got lots of grains of scrub dotted about your bathroom. You also don't have lots of bits of whatever the scrub was. We don't want to be using those plastic beads anymore, but I'm sure you can still get the micro beads in certain products. You don't want to be using that. But you also have sometimes it's the walnut scrubs or other fine ground scrubs, and then the little bits are everywhere. You don't want that. So what's great about this is when you start using the water, you just dissolve the sugar and that's it. Now obviously I'm not doing it properly, so I'm just going to take it off with the flannel just now. But that is how simple it is to do. So just a quick demo on our mystery hand. And I'll move this out the way. So again, you can use this in the shower or the bath. It's just so quick and easy, and you are controlling how much product you're making. I would suggest, if you can, to make it fresh every time. That would be my preference, and you can turn your hand round. But imagine even if you were working with clients and you could just make a fresh scrub there and then. I think they'd love you for that, because it would feel like it really is a bespoke treatment. And then also, if you're doing it for yourself, you don't need to worry about products going off because you're just making them as and when you need them. You can get into the habit of working out your cost per use, and then you can start to get quite show-offy about it and say, oh, I do my own scrubs and my cost per use is only 5p. People love that in the industry, because when you're doing different treatments, what you normally do, whatever the treatment is you work out a cost per treatment. And if you can get it down to a couple of pence, you're a winner. So that's us there. And again, bear in mind that this isn't in a real situation. In reality, you'd be in the bath or the shower. But we'll just pop some water on here and just start removing. And then just to finish, let's use our flannel. And then we will turn you around. And it's that simple and it's that easy. And when you actually feel the skin, because you've been using an oil, you've got instant moisturisation there. So it feels nice and soft. You can actually feel the moisture there. And obviously, because you've just freshly scrubbed it, it's softer too. So that is how easy it is to do your DIY scrubs. That's using my 2 bowls, as you can hear. That's how easy it is. So let me know if you found that interesting. I can easily do more, and we can start venturing into different do-it-yourself skincare body products. And as always, I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you again soon.